Hi and welcome to Best in Tesla. I just drove the Audi R8 V10 in Dubai and I think it was a real disappointment, showing me just how dead the performance ICE cars are. And with the new Tesla refreshed Model 3 on the market, we are truly seeing the price parity on EVs in the middle class and premium segment. There are really not many reasons left to buy an ICE cars these days, and the performance ICE cars really just feels like an old, broken technology. Their time in the sun has passed. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So Tesla killed the ICE car in the premium segment with their refreshed Tesla Model 3, in my opinion. In the US, in Europe and China, in the premium segment, we have reached price parity. And we have seen BYD out with a new campaign about this as well, and is targeting Toyota and Volkswagen with their latest price cuts in China. BYD is currently discounting almost every electric and hybrid model it sells as part of a marketing campaign declaring electricity is cheaper than oil. And with the models you are able to get in China, we have definitely hit price parity on basically all models, as you can get their sequel in China for less than $10,000. And here in Europe we also have very affordable EVs, but in the middle and premium segment we for sure have reached price parity thanks to Tesla's refreshed Model 3 that comes in at a very good price, basically undercutting anything comparable the Germans have to offer of ICE cars, and have a starting price below the average selling price of a car in my country. But the Model 3 is no average car, and that is on the sticker price. Taking the true cost of ownership into calculation, we have got to price parity on the middle class as well. Because, as I have mentioned before, I save about $4,000 on driving my Tesla Model 3 compared to my old Master 3 on gas and maintenance and service. And I am closing in on the 5 years of ownership. So that is $20,000 I have saved driving my Tesla instead of the Master. So to be fair, we kind of have to compare the Tesla Model 3 to something that is $20,000 less expensive. And here in my country, the refreshed Model 3 starts at $50,000. So to find an equivalent ICE car that costs only $30,000 is basically impossible. $30,000 in my country, that would be something like the Skoda Octavia, not really comparable to the refreshed Model 3. And that is Volkswagen's more affordable brand, right? Because something like the Master 3 sedan today actually cost more than the Tesla Model 3. It comes in at something like $53,000. And as we all know, the legacy automakers are stripping down the car from all the nice technologies they have. If you want it, you have to pay extra. Do you like wireless charging for your phone? Well, that will cost you $300 extra. Want keyless features? You want a remote heat for your car and so on and so on? You have to pay extra for all of that. But all of that is included in your Tesla, but not in your already more expensive ICE car. This kind of car is already dead in my opinion. But something I just tried on my trip to Dubai, where I shot some videos for my upcoming YouTube channel Best in Tech, was an performance ICE car. We tried to get something better, but this was what we were able to get: the Audi R8 V10 convertible. From the outside, this is a cool looking performance car, but when you get into it, boy, was that a big disappointment, especially when you take the price into calculation. It cost about $300,000 in my country. But when you get into the car, well, you kind of expect something extraordinary, as this is an Audi and their performance beast, right? But instead, it feels very basic. Like my friend said, it felt like a Ford inside, nothing special. Tesla has got so much hate for not being luxurious enough, but a car that costs $300,000, I do expect something very nice. And it was just very boring inside. But hey, this is a performance car, right? So it is built only to perform. But this is where the car completely died for me. I have been driving nothing but electric for 5 years, and all my cars since 2019 have been Teslas. And I have been testing the Tesla Model 3 performance, I have the Tesla Model Y performance, and I have tested out the Plaid Model S as well. So I'm used to the instant torque the electric motor gives. So suddenly driving an ICE car again just felt very wrong. It felt like there was something wrong with the car. You pushed the pedal and there was this delay before something happened. It just made a lot of noise. But this is just the way ICE cars work, right? But having been away from them for 5 years, it truly felt like there was something wrong with this car, but there of course was not. And then there was the noise as well. Fun, and some really like that, I get it. But after a couple of minutes, I don't really like that noise anymore. I'm just like, why can't you just shut up and move, stupid car? Why do you have to be so noisy all the time? I will take instant acceleration over noise any day. But that is of course my personal opinion. But even if we look at the specs of this car, it just doesn't make any sense anymore. It does a 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, so pretty fast, but not like Plaid Model S fast. That in my country is half the price. And that car is actually a very useful family sedan. The Audi R8 only seats 2 and only have a little frunk. We could only just have our 2 small bags with us. So sure, as an ICE car, it's a very well-performing ICE car. But compared to what you get with a Tesla, it just falls apart. I even expect Tesla's new refreshed Model 3 Ludicrous to be able to do a 0 to 60 faster than this $300,000 performance car, or at least the same 0 to 60 as this Audi R8. But you would probably be able to buy 2 or maybe 3 of the new performance Model 3 for the price of this one ICE performance car. For me, this car is really only for people that want the noise of a V10. And those people does of course exist, but to me, Tesla's Model 3 Ludicrous will not only kill, BMW's M3 ICE series and any Audi on the menu, as none of them will be able to keep up. And the price of the new Ludicrous Model 3 I expect to be very, very competitive with any comparable ICE version. So not only have we arrived at price parity for premium cars, but I would even say middle class cars as well, and performance cars are just completely dead to me. The word performance and ICE cars sounds a little funny to me, as they mostly makes a lot of noise and a little less performance. Just like legacy automakers, right? They mostly talk and no action, just like their ICE performance cars. At least to me, the Audi R8 V10 was a big disappointment. I would take the Plaid Model S with track package any day over this twice as expensive so-called performance car, the Audi R8, that you can use for nothing else but make noise. You will be beaten on the drag strip by a Plaid Model S. I can't pick up 2 kids in the Audi R8 as it only seats 2. So you would only buy this car for the performance, and even here it will lose to the family sedan, the Tesla Plaid Model S, or some of the other very fast electric performance cars. Or you can of course take the even more extreme performance cars like the Lamborghini or the Ferraris. They still don't beat the Plaid Model S off the start line, but they are just even more expensive. I know these cars cannot really be compared to a Plaid Tesla Model S, but it is just to show how the electric cars have taken the performance out of the ICE cars. And we are still waiting on the Tesla Roadster that should get revealed by the end of the year, and I do believe that car will be the performance car of all time, for all time. as no one will come out with something like the Roadster with the SpaceX package, and probably never. So the real performance car from Tesla will probably be the one to make the hardcore smackdown for all the ICE performance cars out there, as it will be cheaper than the Audi R8 V10, but will be on a completely different level. Yeah, the ICE car are just completely dead to me. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.